Hi, you guys. Welcome back to Audrey's reading area. Yes, yes, yes. I have another fun and exciting book for you guys. You know it. You know it. Please, first, hit subscribe. Hit subscribe and then share this video with everybody so everyone can enjoy it too. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, yes, I'll be reading the story of Peppa Pig. The story of Peppa Pig. It is a scholastic book. Yeah, let's see what it says now. The story of Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig, introducing Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is a lovable, slightly bossy little pig who lives with Mummy Pig, Daddy Pig, and her little brother George. This charming storybook is the perfect introduction to Peppa Pig's wonderful world. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. Let's see who wrote this book. Scholastic. My Family Tree by Peppa Pig. It's not saying who wrote the book. This book is based on the TV series Peppa Pig. Peppa Pig is created by Neville Astley and Mark Baker. Okay. Peppa Pig. So this is the first picture they have. Then they have the story of Peppa Pig. These illustrations are nice. They're pretty cool. Pretty cool. My Family Tree by Peppa Pig. Yeah. Once upon a time, there was a lovable, slightly bossy little piggy named Peppa. Grunt, grunt. Squelch, squelch. More than anything in the whole wide world, Peppa loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Mummy Pig was Peppa's mommy. She was very wise about most things. Mummy Pig would say, "Peppa, when you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots." Daddy Pig was Peppa's daddy. He loved eating cookies, and he had a big, round tummy. When Daddy Pig jumped in muddy puddles, he made a very big, muddy splash. Ho, 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 splash. When Peppa's little brother George was born, Peppa helped look after him. As soon as George was old enough, Peppa taught him how to jump in muddy puddles. "George," Peppa said, just like Mummy Pig, "if you jump in muddy puddles, you must wear your boots." George liked muddy puddles, but he liked his toy Mr. Dinosaur more. Even though George couldn't speak yet, he could say one word very well. Dinosaur, grrr. Dinosaur, grrr. Sometimes Peppa got a little bit annoyed with George. George would sigh. "Why do you always say dinosaur for everything? It's so boring." One day, Peppa, George, Mummy, and Daddy Pig got into their little car and drove to their new house on top of a little green hill. Peppa was excited about the new house, but she was very excited about the very wet and extremely muddy puddles in the yard. Beep, beep. "Can we go and jump in the muddy puddles?" asked Peppa. "It's nearly time for bed, Peppa," replied Mummy. "You'll have to wait until tomorrow." Peppa and George woke up very early the next morning and went to find Mummy and Daddy Pig. Hee hee hee. "Can we please go outside and jump in muddy puddles?" asked Peppa excitedly. Snort, snort, yawn. Yawn. "We're going to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house today, Peppa," replied Mummy Pig sleepily. "You can jump in muddy puddles there." Beep, beep, snort, snort. After breakfast, it was time to leave. So Peppa and her family jumped into their little car. Ready? Asked Daddy Pig cheerily. Yes, Daddy Pig, everyone answered back. Then let's go, shouted Daddy Pig. Yippee! Cried Peppa. She couldn't wait to get to Granny and Grandpa Pig's house and jump in muddy puddles. The family soon arrived at Granny and Grandpa's house. Peppa and George were very excited. They loved going to visit Granny and Grandpa Pig. Granny Pig, Grandpa Pig. Gangly baba. Granny Pig, Grandpa Pig, cried Peppa. Gangly baba, shouted George. Hello, my little ones, answered Granny Pig. Come inside. Come inside. Granny, said Peppa, can I jump in muddy puddles, please? I think Grandpa Pig has something to show you first, Peppa, said Granny Pig. Peppa was a little disappointed. She really wanted to jump in muddy puddles. Grandpa Pig took Peppa and George to his vegetable garden. This is where I grow my vegetables, said Grandpa Pig. First, I plant some seeds. Can we eat your yummy vegetables, Grandpa? Asked Peppa, forgetting all about muddy puddles. We have to wait for them to grow a bit bigger, replied Grandpa. Oh, gasped Peppa excitedly. Veggies, snort, snort. Suddenly, there was a loud bang! Oh dear, gasped Grandpa Pig. That was thunder. So more like bang! That means it's going to rain. We should hurry inside before we get wet. Peppa, George, and Grandpa Pig ran inside as fast as they could to get out of the rain. Peppa and George watched the rain splish, splash, splosh down the window. George started to cry. Don't cry, George, said Peppa. It's only rain. Dinosaur, is what he said. But George wasn't crying because it was raining. George was crying because he had lost Mr. Dinosaur. Peppa searched upstairs, downstairs, and even in the toilet. But she couldn't find Mr. Dinosaur anywhere. Just then, she had an idea. Peppa ran outside and found a very wet Mr. Dinosaur in Grandpa's very muddy vegetable garden. She ran inside and gave Mr. Dinosaur to George. George was very happy. The rain had stopped, cried Peppa. What can we do now? I have a very good idea, Peppa, said Daddy Pig, pointing outside. What do you guys think she's going to do? Yep, that's what I think too. Hooray! Cheered Peppa, seeing the muddiest puddles ever. Peppa had been so busy looking at Grandpa's vegetables and searching for Mr. Dinosaur, she had forgotten all about jumping in the puddles. Grunt, grunt, squelch. Grunt, grunt, squelch. Peppa loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles more than anything in the whole wide world. All of Peppa's family loved jumping up and down in muddy puddles more than anything in the whole wide world. Grunt, grunt, squelch. Hee hee ha ha oink oink. Hee hee ha ha oink oink. Grunt, snort. The end. Well, all right. Thank you guys for listening to me read this fun and exciting book to you. I know you enjoyed it. I'm hoping you did. And I'm going to keep on reading, so keep coming back to Audrey's Reading Area and hit subscribe. Then you'll get to see all of my videos when I post them. Thank you, and I will see you soon.